Hi and welcome to Marketing with Meg. Today I wanted to hop on real quick to provide you with 5 key marketing tips to market your esthetician and skincare business. Now these tips are beneficial no matter where you are in your business, whether you've just started or whether you're 10 years down the line. You can also use it as a quick refresher. Okay, so tip number 1. I see this time and time again when I'm contacted to help companies with their marketing, and it's when you're on social, you've been posting for months, maybe years, but your feed does not look consistent. This happens, I find, when companies don't know their brand before they start posting. So before you even get on social media, sit down and figure out your brand. Like, what colors do you want to use? What font do you want to use? What type of verbiage do you want to use when you are talking on your posts? Like, you're putting in your captions, like what kind of terminologies, how in depth do you want to go in terms of like the specific terminology with products you're using? Do you have clients that really know skincare, or is your key demographic clients who are fairly new to skincare? In that case, you'll want your content to reflect that and to be easily digestible by your ideal client. Okay, now tip number 2, picking your social media channels wisely. I think the worst thing to see is a company who have 6 or more social media channels on the go, but when you take a look at them, they're either multiply inactive, like maybe they have 1 video on their YouTube, or they have 2 posts on their Facebook, but all they have is everything on their Instagram. But then you can still see the links to these YouTube and Facebook pages. Like, that's not ideal. You want to choose your social media channels wisely. So if you only have the time right now to create content and to manage your social media, only pick 1 or 2. In this case, for estheticians and skincare, I highly recommend Instagram and Facebook right now, just because they're kind of the kings. They're kind of sitting on top. Down the line, once you have those channels down pat, you have your clear, consistent content on there, you are connecting with your consumer, then maybe you can go to YouTube. But I find a lot of businesses see great results from just picking 2 social media channels, such as Facebook and Instagram, and really honing in on creating that content for those channels that will captivate their demographic. Now you may be wondering, how exactly do I create this captivating content? And really, when you're first starting off, I recommend putting consistency into your content, and then at the end of the day, that will help you captivate your audience. So consistency, whether this means you have time to post 3 times a week, or maybe you have times to post once a day. Whatever that is, it'll depend on your business and your business structure and where you're at right now. Either way, it's totally fine, because you can make the best out of both situations. So if you only have time to sit down and post maybe 3 times a week, that's fine. Sit down at the beginning of the month, plan out your content for the month, and then you know that you can stay and remain consistent with posting your content. Because at the end of the day, people are going to trust a brand when they come to your Instagram and that they see you've been consistently posting for a year. Like, if you've stopped for a couple months, people are kind of going to question that. Like, always stay consistent, always be providing value, and then at the end of the day, people will come back to your channel because they know that's where valuable content lies. That's where they can get their questions answered to their skincare problems. And ultimately, that's where they can then go to your website and book a service with your company. Now let's move on to tip number 4, which is, for me, shaking up your content and the type of content that you put out there. I always find that it's wise for clients to put out different mediums of content, whether that is pictures with a caption, or a quick Instagram story, or a quick video on their Instagram that they've posted to either their IGTV, or if it's a minute or a minute below, they can put it on their main Instagram channel. Varying up your content while keeping it consistent is a great way to play with the algorithm. For example, Instagram really does prefer and place high value on video content. So throwing in a couple of videos into your monthly social media plan will only help you reach more people in the long run. When it comes to video content, this is where I find a lot of business owners, they kind of freeze and they don't know what to do. So a quick tip I always tell them to do is to pick one thing. So pick, in this case, one treatment. Okay, say it's microdermabrasion. Now, what common questions do people come to you with about microdermabrasion, such as, will it hurt? What skincare conditions can it treat? What is the price point? If the price point is too high, what are other treatments that they can do which are a bit cheaper that would probably fit a more budget-friendly individual? See, what you can do is you can pick this one topic, being microdermabrasion, come at it with all these questions, and each of your answers to these questions can be a different form of content. Whether it's a quick video, Instagram story of you popping on your feed saying, hey guys, I want to explain what microdermabrasion is real quick, and then maybe for 30 seconds to a minute you quickly explain what it is. Or it could be a quick image that you post up of a happy client right after they got microdermabrasion, and then the caption can go into a bit more detail about what they came into your clinic with, what their skin was like before they had it, how their treatment went, and what their feedback was afterwards. Now this leads me to tip number 4, which is showing the behind the scenes of treatments and new technologies that you offer. Because you're dealing with people's appearances and their skin and how they are presented to the world, they need a lot of trust in you, in your brand, in your company before they will come and purchase your product. A great way to gain this trust is to show behind the scenes videos or pictures of treatments and new technologies, helping them to understand that, because a lot of time there's fear with these technologies, and so if you completely break it down for them, explain to them that they don't need to be scared about something, or explain to them how exactly do fillers work, how exactly are they going to plump my skin, how exactly am I going to be treated when I come into your clinic. These are all great questions which can be wrapped around you showing behind the scenes captions and video content and imagery of the treatments and technologies that you offer with your company. Okay, now let's move on to my 5th and final tip, which is something I wish all business owners would type out, print out, and tape to their wall. Because social media does not equals sales, at least in the beginning. Because it takes you time and consistent effort for you to build up that relationship with your online community, don't go into it expecting sales. If you go into it expecting sales, it will come across in your content. You will almost seem desperate, and that will scare potential consumers away, because why are they acting desperate? Why are they acting like they desperately need this sale? Is the quality of their product not good? Do they charge too much? Do they have a bad reputation? You don't want that. So go in, create your content to provide value, to inform, to become that friendly face that your community can go to for their skincare needs. And at the end of the day, that will bring you sales much faster than creating all this content off the bat that's super sales driven. You don't want that. You don't want to be offering sales every Friday. You don't want to be offering crazy discounts right off the bat. You want your clients to see value in your product, and then they will pay full price. Don't be afraid of that. You just need them to see the value in you, to see you as the forefront of your industry in your specific community, and then eventually sales will come. I hope you enjoyed my video today where I covered 5 quick marketing tips for esthetician and skincare based companies. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or if you have any video ideas you want me to do, leave them in the comments below. If you do find that you are strapped for time, I offer a monthly content membership for skincare and esthetician companies. I'll link the details below. I hope you found value in this video, and I'll see you all next time.